Do you like sculpting? You ever sculpted before?
Not since like art class in like 7th grade.
Oh. You graduated from that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tea and Crafts with Paris. I'm here with 1/3 of Project Mayhem from the Idaho Wrestle Club, Idaho's only independent wrestling company, Tre Vino, the Pitbull.
Hi, hey, how's it going, Paris?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks for being on the show.
Of course.
You gonna behave?
I mean, you got the knife right over there, so I kind of don't have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm going to be on my best behavior.
Yeah, I couldn't get your buddy to come.
Responsibilities, whatnot.
Yeah, and your leader didn't want to come either. He's coming out a different day. So, but you know what? It's nice. It's nice to be able to interview you guys one-on-one, you know, so you don't have other people chirping in your ear. You can be your authentic self.
I'm always my authentic self.
Oh. Well, there's always room for improvement.
Just looking in the mirror when you say that?
Oh, every day, baby. All right. I encourage your creativity. I know with basic ass colors like black and white, it can be hard, but there's always room for trying. So I've always wondered, why a pit bull of all dogs? Doesn't it seem a little uncreative?
Uncreative? I mean, I don't know, just moniker. I wanted it something a little vicious, ferocious. You know, Pitbull came at you, ain't never gonna let up. I come at my enemies, I ain't letting up until either I'm down for the count or I get them down. So, just kind of the ferociousness I'm trying to bring to my matches.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes you really do give off that Pitbull energy, and then sometimes you give off that little white dog that Tia owns energy. I think it's mostly when you're waiting to be tagged in and you're walking back and forth and being ferocious. I just think of a tiny little Tia poodle.
Little Tia, hey, little Chico.
Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
I don't know. Seems to... the Theo dog though is probably a bit more ferocious than the pit bull though. If I'm being real. Oh, would you be like yap at the ankle and whatnot?
You do like to go for the ankles,
hey.
And then the ears.
Whatever it takes to win.
Oh, aren't you scared of like funguses getting in your mouth? Something nasty.
You know, there's a saying that no dog's mouth is the cleanest.
Sir, you are not a dog.
I mean, if you ask one of my exes, they might say something differently.
Ooh, can I get their number?
No, just joking. Just joking.
All right, so you're from Corpus Christi, Texas, correct?
That is correct.
All right. What brought you to Idaho? Were you blackmailed?
My grandparents moved up here late 80s, and you followed behind this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kept you here?
I don't know, really. Thought I wanted to get out of here for a while, join the army, got out here for 10 years, but then when it was time to get out, I just couldn't get home fast enough, and to be honest, I don't want to leave the Treasure Valley again.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a very beautiful place, Treasure Valley.
You get like an egg basket?
Yeah. I'm using the clay to manifest eggs for a cheaper spot price.
Bro! When I was still stationed at Fort Sill, they used to have independent wrestling at their Impact Zone Wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so me and the family, we would go on the weekends and whatnot. And I think just the fact of seeing indie wrestling and then like interacting and being like with them and be like, hey, they could do it, why can't I? Like, it was just kind of being like, it didn't, the dream didn't seem so far-fetched, I guess, if I could say.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what match, but it was just starting checking out the local indie, and it was just kind of like if I put my mind to it, maybe maybe someday. Never thought it would be, so I'm just crazy that it's doing it now.
So I'll look at you. You've held titles. You're in a really, really strong faction. I mean, that's not anything to shake a stick at. It's impressive to see how strong you are.
Still a dream. It's crazy. I don't believe it sometimes. Like,
Well, you should give yourself some credit. You do great. You know, some of yours and Chuck's, and sometimes even Brad Zane, some of y'all's matches were, I will admit now, I enjoyed y'all's matches a lot more than I let on. Really.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said about Project Mayhem. Ever. It probably may be the nicest thing you ever will say.
You get on my nerves still, and I still want to
hit y'all with my car sometimes, but
that's all part of the job. Yeah.
That means you're doing your job.
Right? Yeah. If you ain't hating us, then we ain't doing our job right.
Disclaimer, don't try to kill anybody. Okay. So when you first started with matches, what was the number one anxiety you had to deal with? And what could you tell newbies to help them mitigate that anxiety?
First thing to say, breathe and trust your vet. You know, your coach, your trainer, your vet that you're working with. That's probably the best advice I could honestly give. But as far as like anxiety, well, because my first show was a Rumble, so it wasn't a one-on-one. So I think it was just stage fright, kind of going through, not knowing what to expect as soon as I walked through the ring. And then I remember Evie, he was just said, hey, as soon as you come out, find me, I'll take care of you. And so like, it was just kind of like, cool. I knew what I was going to do, who I needed to find. And then I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess up and make anybody else look like crap. That was kind of like, I didn't want to be, hey, the new guy made me look like crap. He messed up, really kind of.
Been getting on your nerves?
I always like taking it to Pedazo.
Why do you hate him so much? Were you traumatized as a clown?
First of all, I don't like clowns. That's one thing. And I get it that I'm 5'6". May not be the tallest person. But the dude's just like that's a one-trick pony. I get it. You're a little bit taller than me. You can be a little bit more original, whatever. It's annoying. Not very creative, but trying to keep it simple.
You're doing your best.
And that's all my mom ever asked me to do.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of mom, that's one of the funniest things. She's always like, gives me a call, like a caring mother that she is, of course.
Yeah.
And she's always like, hey, here's your match today. Be safe. And yeah, no, right? This is always to be safe. And I think that my little thing is I always be like, of course, Mom, I'm a professional.
Love it.
Just like to throw it right there because I'm pretty sure growing up, there's plenty of pots and pans and cookie sheets that got damaged and everything between my brother and I, taking heads, banging them across each other's heads and everything. And
Jesus Christ, that explains so much. Keep going. Keep going. You're being wholesome. Keep going. This is going to be great for ratings.
And so, yeah, just, sorry, Mom, didn't mean it, but look, it paid off. Having fun now, wrestling.
Aww, that's so sweet. I take it your mom does not live locally?
Oh, yeah, she's here locally, yeah.
Does she ever come watch you?
Oh, yeah. It's funny.
Does she enjoy the fact that you're a...
No, probably not. But I think the funny part of that, of course, was me being the heel. And then hearing, whenever she hears fans, of course, booing me and everything like they're supposed to. And sometimes they have not so nice things to say.
Shocking.
But I think it's funny to hear how upset she gets and how she wants to... You don't say that about him.
He's a good boy. He just has issues.
That's my son. You be nice. And
yeah, I think it's Trent's mom. She drives a minivan.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, your mother could be that for Project Mayhem. Oh my God, would she get up and hit somebody with a pan?
I don't know, probably, if they made her mad.
See? You should pitch it to the boss.
But like I said, my mom had this saying, you know, if she ever got started hitting on somebody, she might not know when to stop. So
she's little and fragile. I'm sure you could pick her up and stop her.
Would you get, again, go back to Thea's dog. Like, would you get in the middle of Thea's dog yapping at somebody's ankle? Or you just, no.
If it was my responsibility.
You just let it be.
So what are some events coming up for Wrestle Club that you can talk about?
Events?
Yeah.
God, I feel so bad. I don't got the exact date. Give me 1 second. Let me pull the exact date.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. But we have... Oops. What is it called? Border State Comic Con? Blah, 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 blah.
Border Town Comic Con.
Yeah, Border Town. That's what it is.
I'm not even in the club and I know that.
Well,
Jesus.
You know what the event is? You know why I got out.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuses, that's all you have?
Okay, yeah. But yeah, we have March 15th and 16th right there. Yeah, the Border Town Comic Con in Ontario, Oregon. And then April 26th is a super exciting one for us. Mm-hmm. We are traveling down for the first time to Idaho Falls, taking Wrestle Club down to Eastern Idaho, show them
that's awesome.
What we are made out of.
Wow, this looks like Brad Zane after the Thing ate him, you know, from the movie. That was a good movie. Get him a smile. We like when Brad smiles because that means he's going to be an extra level next. God, it's terrifying.
I don't know why everybody has such mean things to say about him. He's a great guy.
Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's probably Brad Zane being an annoying duck. But he is funny to get riled up. Like, he's so sensitive. He fires back. Don't get me wrong. He fires back, which is awesome. Because when you get into wars like that, even if you lose, you use it to level up your language. And then you can joust again. So it's like, it's fun to rile him up, and then it's fun to see his clapbacks.
So I tell you what, working in customer care, customer service, any type of service industry, it's like you see the best of people and then you see the worst of people. There's like no in between. People are really happy that you're able to help them, or they're mad that you weren't able to help them the way they wanted to or felt they need.
So is that what drove you to seek out a faction like Project Mayhem to release all that pent-up anger?
It's fun being a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't ever feel guilty? Like, if you
feel guilty? Why?
made a little girl cry?
I technically, I didn't make nobody cry. I mean, not trying to point any fingers, but somebody, not mentioning any names, rhymes with Tuck, accidentally bumped into somebody, and it wasn't on purpose.
So do you have a dream match in Wrestle Club that you would like to have with someone someday?
Dream match with someone someday?
Yeah, any stipulations. Be like a tables, ladders, chairs, a 2 out of 3, or...
Oh, yeah, well, not so much like with anybody, but I get in trouble for saying this again because I want to manifest it.
Manifest away.
But I want to have a tables match. I want to have a hardcore match.
Anyone in particular?
No one in particular. Just want to have it. Just want to be able to do it. Say I did it. And then in a weird kind of way, I'm just like, you know, our all wrestling heroes and idols growing up, they put their bodies through the test and everything to the entertainment of everybody. So I don't know, I want to just be like, check that box. Kind of like, hey, I did this for the entertainment of fans. I don't want to just do it to do it. I want it to be a good match, you know?
I can respect that. I understand what you mean. Okay, is there anyone in club you want to put through that table?
Mosca.
Why Mosca?
Why not?
No. You're not going to answer my question with a question.
Oh, okay.
Why Mosca?
He's little. He could look easier to toss around. I could yeet him.
Okay. Just that?
Yeah. But no, I just feel like Mosca and I could put on a good match and we can make it look good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you can make it look good. I believe that would be a pretty decent match. You know, he's so light and just flutters about. So you get his hands on him, I could see you biting him.
Of course. I have already.
Oh, God. Why? Okay, explain to me the biting thing. Why do you like biting so much?
It's not that much like biting. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get a win. To get the upper hand.
That is the most non-answer answer I've ever heard. Do you have like an oral fixation? Like,
why it gotta be a fixation? Why is it gotta be?
It's a scientific term, not mine.
It's just I'm gonna do any means I need to do to try to get the upper hand. If that means I gotta try to take somebody's face off with a maul in their face, then that's what it takes.
Please tell me you brush your teeth afterwards.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Especially if somebody has a mask on. That's a nasty mask.
That is nasty. They're rolling around. I know what goes onto that canvas. It doesn't get washed. Barely. Don't let your kids lick the canvas. It's disgusting. I hope you're having fun.
At least you're not picking on me.
I mean, I could go back to picking on you.
No, I'd rather not.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because if you really, really, really miss me being a huge bitch to you, I can flip that switch so fast.
I don't know if the VA can schedule me an appointment quick enough to see my counselor.
All right, I'll keep it nice.
This is joking. Mental health is serious, so no jokes right there.
Yeah, no jokes. Always take care of your mental health.
I'm always friendly. You know what they say, it's perception versus intent. I'm always friendly. It's not my fault that people perceive me to not be friendly.
No. I will not accept that from you, sir. No, but I get where you're coming from, man.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Ain't that the way?
I mean, not always mean. Sometimes I can be nice.
I know you guys tried to give JoJo a t-shirt the last event.
See? That broke my heart. Went through, got her a shirt, trying a little peace offering, and she threw it back. She didn't like it.
Well, JoJo, if you want to be charitable, here's the Project Mayhem t-shirt they made me.
See?
I'm wearing it.
We're nice, and it's okay to take Project Mayhem shirts.
Trust me. We can Project Mayhem secret haters together.
Secret haters?
What? Oh, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. There's a lot of youngins that want to get into wrestling, and they always want to go for being the bad guy. Definitely takes a certain special type of person to be consistently the bad guy. So I guess my question would be, from your experience of the many matches you've had with Project Mayhem, rather tag team or singles, what would be a good way to assess yourself that you could handle being the bad guy, and how being the bad guy could not escalate to going after an audience member if they're being just absolutely terrible?
You gotta have thick skin. Be honest, because as a bad guy, gotta make sure crowd, not cheering me, but my job is to antagonize the crowd. So if I'm sitting there antagonizing, I gotta have a thick skin. I can't be like, hey, let me say something to you, or let me, do this or do that, and then somebody says something back to me and be like, oh, how dares you say something to me when I said something to you? So gotta be able to have a thick skin, because sometimes some of the craziest stuff can be said.
If you are playing the bad guy, you need to have a good handle on your impulse control and temper.
For sure, yep. I know my main thing for myself is, especially being a family show, is my language, just because naturally I do have a not so PG and very colorful language in my everyday life. So that's one thing I would have to say, is make sure that you mind your mouth, and, as they always say, know your audience.
How do you cope with a really rude audience member?
Just pay them no mind, being honest. There's been a couple times we've had some wonderful teenagers that have had some great things to say, and it just paying no mind. That way they don't think they're getting a rise out of me to encourage the behavior.
I need to know something. Did you ever enjoy my commentating?
I enjoy your commentating. You and Eric were a great team.
Oh, thank you. Sometimes I was scared to walk out to my car after me making fun of you guys. Well, Trey, did you enjoy the snacks?
Yeah. Fresh fruit's always good. Vegetable. Not vegetable, but...
Yeah, that's still fruit.
But the banana chips and the strawberries. And, of course, always the teas. On point.
I'm glad you liked the tea this time. I know one of the last times y'all talked a bunch of shit about it.
Constructive criticism.
Oh, that's what you call it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll remember that.
We weren't being rude about it. We're just...
Thank you for taking the mental energy to give me that constructive criticism.
Oh, always.
I appreciate your sacrifice.
I think that's my cue to...
No, yeah. Sit down. Sit down.
Okay. Just, kind of got a little...
I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you came again.
Okay.
So,
am I going to be able to leave?
I can't afford to feed you.
I'm just saying, the way you're getting with that knife, I might be...
This isn't you.
I don't know what you're so nervous about.
So, our time is coming to an end, so you can catch Tre Vino again at...
Ontario on the 15th and 16th at the Bordertown Comic Con, and then in April we will be in Twin Falls. Follow me on Facebook, Tre Vino, and then you can always follow Wrestle Club to keep up on our shows, and that way you can make it if you have the time.
And for any young would-be wrestler in the Valley who may be a little shy, coming to the shows and whatnot, would you be willing to let them reach out to you for advice, mentorship?
Oh yeah, anybody's interested, we can reach out to the Wrestle Club Facebook page, myself, any other wrestlers on there. We would always be more than happy to talk to anybody, and if you're interested, get you in contact, see if you can make a tryout. Always look for, it's always nice to have a new person to smack around a little bit,
Absolutely. Well, as you can see, Tre Vino's got some soft spots. You can catch him at the next show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching all the way through. And until next time, it'll be craft time with Paris. Like, dang, you are artistic, my sir.
Bored. Not bored, but...
Oh, you're bored.
No, not bored. That wasn't a good word. I always get in trouble for using my words wrong.
That's okay. I'll forgive you for now.
More nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Why? I didn't know what to make. I didn't know what to expect. And then you're like, we're clay building. And I'm like, oh no. I just want to be like Lionel Richie. Hello. Is he there? Is it me you're looking for?